Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jewel Tolentino here. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to add pictures and images in Camtasia. Alright, so I recently did this Get to Know Me video. It's a YouTube challenge video that's going around, and I thought it would be good to do a video like this on our channel because I actually haven't done one, and I've been on YouTube since like 2015. I thought it'd be cool to answer some random questions, and in this video I had a bunch of different pictures pop up as I was answering the questions. And I actually got this question from another fellow YouTuber, Roland. He asked me how I can do this effect in Camtasia. So I'll play a bit of the video so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. Done one of these kinds of videos before, so here we go. I've got my phone with all of the questions here. First one, where did you grow up? So I was born in Winnipeg, Manitoba, which is in Canada, and I grew up in Vancouver, Canada, which is where I currently am now. Oops, I answered the second question. Where do you currently live? Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Who is your best friend? That would have to be my business partner, Orit Esselin. I've known her since I was like 12 or 13 years old, since grade 8 high school. How tall are you? Alright, so if you want to see the rest of the video, you guys can definitely check that out. That will be in the comment section down below. But let's head over to Camtasia to show you how I got those pictures to pop up. So I'm here in Camtasia with the actual working project file for that video, and you can see that there was a lot of different little chops and cuts. Because it was a question and answer video, there was a lot of, me looking down at the phone to see the question, reading out the question, and then answering. So there was like a ton of different cuts. This is all the video. And then above that are the pictures and a little tiny bit of animation. So first thing that you want to do is you want to import all of your media and pictures, images into the media bin. So you want to click the plus button and then go import media and then find your pictures that is going to be associated with the video. And this is the file folder here of all the pictures I used in this video. Such a strange assortment of photos. I've got a Coca-Cola can, a chimpanzee, a photo of me when I was a kid. So once you have imported all of your pictures into your media bin, you want to start placing them down on your project. Now, here's a little tip. When you have a lot of images, like in this video here, what I did is I went through and I edited the whole video. So I took out all the dead air spots, and it was just the first row that you see here. Then I went back and I played the video, and whenever I mentioned something where I thought there should be a picture, I wrote down on a piece of paper the time slot for that image and where it should go. This is going to help you save some time when you have a lot of photos going on. You don't really need to do it if you have like a few photos, but as you can see here, I had like a bunch of images going on, and I didn't want to have to try and click around and remember each time slot, so I literally wrote it down and what the image is going to be. So for the first one here, I answered the question, where was I born? And that was the Canada map. So at this point, you basically just take your image and drag it down to the timeline, and then it's going to have the image pop up in the middle of the screen with a specific size. From here, you can move it and size it accordingly right into the actual video area. So what I did was I moved this over to the corner area because I'm standing off to the side, and I just made it like, I wanted it to pop up in the top left-hand corner. I could have made this like huge and have it cover the entire screen while I was talking, but for this particular video, I wanted it beside me. I wanted it still to be on the screen with me rather than covering the whole thing of me. So I sized it about around here, and from here you can also change the length. So standard default, it's going to do a 5-second time slot for the image that you put down, and you can lessen that or make it longer. If you want to be more precise with it, you can watch as you're doing it. You can see the little duration and the time go down. You can also right click on the actual image and then go duration, and you can change it this way as well if you don't want to actually click on it and drag it. See, right now it's not letting me go above 6.93 because I have something in front of it, so that's why it's stopping there. But I can go less, something like that. If I didn't have anything in front of it and I right clicked, go to duration, I can go past. But because there was something in front of it, that's why it did that. And another thing that I added was, I'll play it for a second.
I was born in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
So you saw that it did a little animation there. It flipped up, which is really cool, and I'll show you in slow motion here. You can see that this flipped up and then there was an arrow animation happening. So to get that animation part, you want to head over to behaviors, not animation. I know it's confusing, but behaviors are pre-made animations that Camtasia has created. You're assigning a behavior to the media, which is the picture or image. And that one that flips up is the pop-up feature. It's one that I use quite often. I like the way that it looks. So you just want to drag it down. Now, you'll need to alter the pop-up animation, and I'll show you what I mean. So if I play this,
Since 2015, I don't think I've done one of these kinds of videos before. So
you'll
here we
see
go.
if you don't alter it, it's just going to keep waving back and forth. And I mean, you can have it do that, but I don't like it when it does that because it's distracting while I'm talking. So I'm going to head over to the right hand area and you'll see the pop-up. That is the behavior that I added. Now I don't need to touch the in column. You want to go to the during column, and this is during the pop-up animation on your media. I just go to the style and I go to none. So what that means is during this media with the pop-up behavior, it's not going to be flopping around, which I don't want. So I just wanted to pop up in and then pop up out. So it's
Since 2015, I don't think I've done one of these.
And then it's going to pop out near the end.
Where did you grow up?
And it's a little bit glitchy right now because I'm recording at the same time, but it did leave the screen in animation form as well. So that is how I added the animation on that, and I added that to all of the images. So all of the images that pop up on the screen have the same behavior. They all have pop-up, and I went to each one of them and I went in the during column and I went to none because I didn't want it waving around while I was talking about it on the screen. I thought it would be too distracting. Now, quickly tell you about the arrow portion. That is in the annotations area, and you want to head over to the squiggly line. And here are these sketch motion graphics, and I chose this arrow, and it already has a drawing animation effect on it. So I'll just drag it on the screen here, and you'll see it's already this kind of arrow, but what I did was I made it a little bit thicker and then I shaped it accordingly. Put it down here so you guys can see it better, and you can see that it draws itself
Kinds of videos before. So here we go.
and I chose this kind of arrow. You can choose more of like an arrow as if someone were to draw it. It's got a little bit more of a rough look. This has got more of a perfect look, and you can lessen or lengthen the drawing time. And I only did the arrow animation portion basically for the maps area. The rest of the video is just like pictures that would pop up while I was saying something. So this would pop up here, and it would pop up while I'm talking about something about drinks and beverages, water, and then here. And this is a great way to add more visualness to your video. Sometimes when you just have a talking head video, it's nice to have accompanying pictures and images, especially if you're describing stuff. And I thought in this case that it would do well because I'm telling a bunch of little mini stories in this get to know me tag video, and so I thought pictures would go along nicely with it. So this is a photo of me and my sister back when we were kids. Now keep in mind that this effect does take a little bit longer because you have to go and source out the pictures. This video was a 13-minute question and answer video, and so I had to go and source all these pictures out and go into like my Facebook and stuff and go to Google and find these images and then place them. So it does add some editing time, but I will say that it is worth it depending on what kind of video you're doing. So that is how you add pictures/images to Camtasia. If you guys like these kinds of videos, I have a 9+ hour Camtasia course that you guys can get access to 2 months free. I've got a ton more tutorials in there about literally everything to do with Camtasia, and I've even made up some techniques and features that aren't anywhere else on YouTube. So if you guys want 2 months free access, speed up your Camtasia learning, head down to the description below. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Back from the dead.